My family are Filipino immigrants. My father immigrated to the United States in the 1920s. He came over with thousands of other young men at the time to work the fields, the farms, and the fisheries of the West Coast and Alaska. And like many young men at the time, they thought it was their duty to join the United States Army and was stationed in the Philippines. My mother was part of the war bride generation who married Filipino men and immigrated to the United States, and she came over in the 1950s. I was born in the United States after their immigration back to California. While living in the United States, my mom and dad were involved in farm working. And because that's seasonal, sometimes that causes some issues in terms of a regular income to the family. But my father was able to obtain a full-time position with one farmer and took care of his orange orchards for many decades. And my mother, along with other women in our small town in Central Valley, worked in the packing houses. I started out in social services and worked for a community-based organization in the small town where I'm from. And as it happened, the executive director of the community-based organization became the mayor of the community where I was working. And through his connection, I transitioned from social services into municipal government. So I was able to work in municipal government for about 10 years of my working career, and ultimately becoming a city manager in the city of Eloy and also the city of Marana here in Arizona. So at that point in time, I was then offered a position with Arizona Public Service, the largest investor-owned utility in the state of Arizona, and I just finished my 25-year career with APS and had the good fortune, of course, that company is very community-minded and was able to work with a lot of nonprofit organizations throughout the state. My work has been very satisfying throughout my career. There are 3 areas in which I like to focus, and fortunately all of the organizations that I work with are in the arena of community development, economic development, and civic engagement. When nonprofits and communities are involved in those 3 areas, I feel that that's an opportunity for a community, regardless of the constituents. They may be the residents of a community, they may be the constituents of a nonprofit. As long as people are engaged in how they want to develop their future, there is a better future for all of us here in the state of Arizona.